41-year-old Rebecca Bliefnick was an absolutely incredible human being, and the world is going to be a much darker place without her in it anymore. Hi guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. It's so greatly appreciated. It truly is. Before we get started, let me give you my usual disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only. Please do not take what I say as fact. Please always do your own research and come to your own conclusions. Next, if you have not liked, subscribed, or commented yet, please consider doing so. It really helps me out and I really appreciate it. Okay, so Rebecca, or Becky, was born on November 19th, 1981 in Quincy, Illinois. She graduated cum laude from Quincy University with a bachelor's degree in biological science and a minor in chemistry. She first worked for Sanofi Aventis as one of their top performing pharmaceutical sales representatives. But because Becky always envisioned herself working hands-on in the medical field, it came as no surprise to anybody when she left her career at pharmaceuticals for a career in nursing. She graduated summa cum laude from Blessing Ryman College of Nursing and Health Sciences, as well as receiving the Faculty Outstanding Senior Award. After graduation, she worked for Quincy Medical Group in gastrointestinal surgery before deciding to transition over to Blessing's Hospital Emergency Room. During the pandemic, she worked as a traveling nurse for Northeast Regional Medical Center and for Hannibal Regional Hospital. Along with her credentials as a registered nurse, Becky was also certified as a trauma nurse specialist and an SA nurse examiner. At the time of her death, she was working towards her nurse practitioner certification. And if this wasn't impressive enough, she volunteered for the St. Peter's Grade School Association for 5 years. Her duties included things such as coordinating mother-son events, planning teacher conference luncheons, and coordinating the school's room mothers. She also volunteered for a nonprofit animal rescue named Homeward Bound Wagon and Quest Stables, which focuses on providing therapeutic riding services. She went above and beyond for the people in her life, whether it was stopping by a friend's home that had a migraine to make sure they were okay or dropping off baby supplies to a friend in need. The town of Quincy was a very small community of just 40,000 people. And a man by the name of Tim Bliefnick was known around town as a celebrity of sorts. He played college football and was inducted into the Hall of Fame at Quincy University. This is also where he would meet and fall in love with Rebecca. The two began dating and they got married on September 18th, 2009, before going on to have 3 boys together. In 2019, Tim goes on Family Feud with his family, minus his wife, Rebecca. And it's during this taping that he answers the question that has now been heard around the world.
It's a mistake you made at your wedding.
Honey, I love you, but said I do. Not my mistake. I love my wife. I'm going to get in trouble for that, aren't I?
Yeah. January 21st, 2021, Tim files for divorce from Rebecca. May 9th, 2021, Rebecca sends a text message to her friend Nicole that states, "He told me if I outed his dad, he, meaning the dad, would probably have to move, then unalive himself. I absolutely think he will try to take the kids sometime." What the issue between Rebecca and her father-in-law really was is unknown, but she was definitely concerned about him. June 4th, 2021, Rebecca sends her coworker a Facebook message saying that she doesn't want Tim's father to ever have unsupervised visits with her children again. Going on to say that she fears her father-in-law would secretly run off with her children. She also tells her girlfriend that she's scared to put an order of protection on Tim because she believes that he has serious mental issues. Although later on she'll be forced to do it anyway, and Tim will put one on her in retaliation. December 16th, 2021, Rebecca files for an order of protection against Tim's father. August of 2022, a court order is put into place regarding the handoff of the children. The order states that during the drop off and pickup of the children, the two must stay within 3 feet of their cars. October 10th, 2022, a John Smith Facebook account was traced back to Tim's phone. The account reaches out to a man named Michael Blazing on Facebook Marketplace to inquire about a blue 26-inch Schwinn mountain bike that he was selling. October 12th, 2022, Tim reaches out to Amy Webster via Facebook Marketplace about a black mongoose bike that she was selling. January 5th, 2023, Rebecca runs into a girlfriend of hers named Melissa Young at TJ Maxx. Melissa says that Rebecca looked mentally exhausted when she saw her. She says that they spoke about Rebecca's divorce and that Rebecca confided in her friend that Tim told her, "You'll be dead before you get any of my money." Sometime during this same month, Tim asks his neighbor if he has any video cameras that point towards his backyard, to which the neighbor replies, no. February 10th, 2023, Tim calls the Quincy police to ask them if they would return Rebecca's 9mm gun to her because he didn't want to hand it over to her in person, to which they declined. Which, to be honest, this threw me off a bit because why wouldn't you assist in the return of a gun to a very tumultuous, estranged couple in the middle of a bitter divorce? February 13th, 2023, Rebecca's new boyfriend, Ted Johnson, shows up to Rebecca's home for the night so that the couple could celebrate Valentine's Day together. February 14th, 2023, at 12 o'clock a.m., Tim's Whoop armband loses connection and his phone is locked. For context, a Whoop is a wearable tracker with a built-in sensor to monitor things such as sleep, heart rate, blood oxygen level, and breathing rate. Between 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock a.m., video surveillance detects a bicycle going past a residence at 224th South 20th Street. It was also during this time that Rebecca's neighbor receives an alert that there's a moving object detected in his driveway. The video shows a person walking up and down his driveway. Between 1:10 and 1:30 a.m., Tim's laptop history shows that he searched for license plate lookup, title and registration lookup, VIN number lookup, vehicle records, and Rebecca's new boyfriend's exact VIN number and license plate number. At 1:32 a.m., a phone call was made to the Missouri Department of Revenue, which coincidentally handles vehicle registrations. February 15th, 2023, a date for the divorce of Rebecca and Tim is set for March 3rd. February 19th and 20th of 2023, Rebecca stays at a friend's home while she preps for abdominal surgery. February 21st, 2023, 12:30 p.m., Rebecca returns home from surgery and asks Tim if he wouldn't mind keeping the kids a few extra nights so that she could recover from her surgery. That evening would be the last time that Rebecca's boyfriend Ted would ever see her alive. February 23rd, 2023, at 12:28 a.m., Tim's phone locks. 12:36 a.m., Tim's Whoop band disconnects from his phone. 12:57 a.m., video shows a bicyclist riding towards Rebecca's home, but the face is unclear. 1:11 a.m., Rebecca attempts to call 911, but the phone doesn't ring long enough for it to send a squad car. 1:12 a.m., an ADT alert says that Rebecca's front door is still open. 1:16 a.m., video shows the same bicyclist. 2:01 a.m., Tim's Whoop band reconnects. 2:07 a.m., Tim's phone unlocks. 6:45 a.m., a neighbor of Rebecca's notices her door is open when he leaves for work. 11:51 a.m., Tim calls the children's school and tells them not to let the children walk home because he will be there to pick them up. 1:50 p.m., CCTV shows Tim showing up to the kids' school exactly 57 minutes before the school lets out for the day. 3:03 p.m., Tim calls Rebecca's father to tell him that the school called and Rebecca never went to pick up the kids. First of all, you have to be a special kind of dumb to think that this would work and that the school wouldn't turn around and say, no, Dad called and said, don't let the kids walk home because I'm going to be there to pick them up. Like, you have to be a special kind of stupid to think that that wasn't going to happen. 3:30 p.m., Rebecca's father goes over to her house, and that's when he finds his daughter dead in the bathroom from 14 gunshot wounds at close range.
I ran up the stairs. I went to the bedroom to see if she was laying down. Didn't see anything in her bedroom. Went into the attached bathroom, and that's when I found her body laying on the floor.
Rebecca was shot in her torso area multiple times, along with 3 shots to her right arm and 2 shots to her left hand. None of Rebecca's wounds were immediately fatal. The doctor that performed Rebecca's autopsy said that one of the bullets paralyzed her from the waist down. A different bullet went through one of her lungs, causing shortness of breath. Going on to say that this, combined with internal bleeding, was the cause of Rebecca's death. The doctor went on to explain that the bleeding remained internal because of the post-surgical compression pads that she was wearing. 3:33 p.m., officers get dispatched to Rebecca's home. 4 p.m., Rebecca's mother calls Tim to inform him of what has happened to Rebecca, to which he replies, shockingly, what? 7 p.m., Ted Johnson is questioned by police and gives a DNA sample. February 27th, 2023, police find an abandoned blue Schwinn bike in a ditch by Tim's home. The same bike that John Blake bought off of Facebook Marketplace. March 1st, 2023, police searched Tim's home on Hampshire Street. March 13th, 2023 at 8 a.m., Tim is arrested and charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of home invasion. March 24th, 2023, Tim Bliefnick pleads not guilty. May 23rd, 2023, Tim's trial begins.
Pull the trigger, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 14 times, riddling her body with bullets.
There were signs of forced entry and there were shell casings found at the scene. But short of that, everything else in this case was circumstantial. There was no DNA found at the scene and the gun has never been found. Searches found on Tim's computer included: what is the response time for the Quincy police? How do you wash off gunpowder? How do you open a door with a crowbar? How to make a homemade silencer. Police say that Tim rode his bike to Rebecca's home in the middle of the night, climbed up to the 2nd-story window, and used a crowbar to enter the home. Becky herself would also become a huge part of her own defense from beyond the grave, writing text messages to her family and friends that read, "If anything ever happens to me, please make sure the number 1 person of interest is Tim, as that is who would do something to me. I'm putting this in writing that I'm fearful he will somehow harm me, come after me, or will try something to me that takes me away from the kids or the kids away from me. He already has lied multiple times to paint himself as the victim. He has screamed in my face. He shoved me in front of the kids. He has thrown things across the room where the kids and I were standing, punched a hole in the wall. If things really don't go his way, I feel that he could be very unstable and unpredictable, and the thought has gone through my mind on if I need a restraining order. I'm definitely changing the locks as soon as I can. But I've had some serious PTSD with all the things I've found out. Plus, I've had not 1 but 2 coworkers get murdered by their exes in the last year, which has made me a nervous Nelly." Thankfully, the circumstantial evidence seemed to be enough, and on May 31st, 2023, Tim Bliefnick was found guilty on all counts.
And has the jury reached its verdict?
Yeah.
Okay, and if you could hand that paperwork to the bailiff. Would the clerk read the verdicts, please?
We, the jury, find the defendant, Timothy Bliefnick, guilty of home invasion signed by the foreperson and 11 jurors. We, the jury, find the defendant, Timothy Bliefnick, guilty of first-degree murder signed by the foreperson and 11 jurors. We, the jury, find the allegation that during the commission of the offense of first-degree murder, the defendant personally discharged a firearm that approximately caused death to another person was proven, signed by the foreperson and 11 jurors.
All right, thank you, clerk. And then, Ms. Schnock, would you like to have the jury polled?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
Tim Bliefnick had zero reaction on hearing the verdict.
No, Your Honor.
Moments later, he was taken away in handcuffs.
He's scheduled to be back in court on August 11th, 2023 for sentencing, with prosecutors saying that they will be seeking a life sentence. All right, guys, if you're still here, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, and I appreciate you so, so, so very much. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you haven't yet and you feel so inclined to. And until next time, stay safe out there.